Welcome back in ERB Sports fans to another video. In this video, we're going to talk about the National. Yeah, guys, can you believe it? We are 1 week away. Maybe not 1 week for me because I'm not going on Wednesday next week. I wish I was. I went the first 4 days last year. I was going to say all 5 days, but I actually skipped out on Sunday to drive back to Indiana. This year, I'm going to go Saturday and Sunday. So technically for me, the National is still 7 days away. Actually, no, more than 7 days away. I'm bad at math today. I should be better, right? No, it's still 9 days away. It is Wednesday that it starts next week. We're going to have, I think it's from 4 to 8 next Wednesday or something like that. It's a short duration next Wednesday, maybe like 2 to 6, some smaller amount. Then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, kind of the regular hours, usually 10 to 6. But let's go ahead and get into it. What am I targeting at this year's National? What am I looking forward to at this year's National? And what are you guys looking forward to at this year's National if you are going? If you are and you are a fan of the channel, stop by on Saturday and Sunday. I will be staying at the Rose Hotel. So if any of you are out there listening who are staying at the same hotel, hit me up. Drop me a line in a comment and I'll make sure I go down to the lobby. Try to wear the same glasses and similar attire to what I wear on most of my videos. Hopefully you guys will see me. And if you want to chit chat or anything like that, be awesome. Love to meet a lot of you guys in person. If not, that's okay. Have fun. Do what you need to do. Do you. But for what am I targeting at the National? Well, normally last year I made a pretty good list of like cards, and I don't get too specific in like, I've got to get this card at the National because I'm not going to see it for a year. That's not usually my style. I've got kind of a pool of players usually. It's kind of like how I play DFS, right? It's like, okay, what am I looking for in DFS when it comes to playing an NBA slate? I need to pick from 10 games and pick the guys that I think I care about the most, but I don't want to narrow it too much where I limit the choices that I end up having because I come across something and I see it and I say, ooh, that's actually a good price. I might actually buy that. Like last year I did that with I know Ke'Bryan Hayes isn't like the most stellar star, but he played for the Indianapolis Indians. He was a good rookie in Series 2, had a pretty good rookie season, and it was off to a pretty good start. But anyway, I saw an auto of his that was, I think it was numbered out of 99 or something like that. Some guy had like $25 on it. So it was an on-card auto, and I said, that's a good price. Will you take 20 bucks? And he did. So he wasn't on my list, but scenarios like that do happen when you go to the National. You see things you're not expecting to see, and you make decisions. Call them impulse buys, call them whatever you want. You do see things you don't expect, and you've got to be open to that. But getting down to the list that I have created. Now, many of you who know our channel, sometimes Mrs. ERB Sports makes an appearance. Huge Steph Curry fans. He just won a golf tournament recently. I don't think that'll affect his card values at all, but we are always in the search for more Steph Curry cards to add to our collection. I'll show you guys it someday. We got a lot of variety. We try to get a little bit of everything, some things you don't see very often. So if we see things at the National that we don't think we'll see for a while, and we don't see them on eBay auctions or something like that, or on Whatnot or wherever we're actually trying to buy Steph Curry cards, if we do see them, we'll go ahead and buy them if we can get the right price on them. De'Aaron Fox, always my guy, still my guy. Love me some De'Aaron Fox. If I see a good price on De'Aaron Fox ahead of the basketball season, because a lot of people right now are going to be looking for football. I am not going to be looking for football. I'm going to be looking for basketball, primarily, a little bit of baseball ungraded, and some vintage. But going back to De'Aaron Fox, last year I think I bought 2 or 3 De'Aaron Fox cards at the National. Picked up a PSA 10 orange mosaic that ended up selling during the playoffs. Made pretty good money on that. I think I bought a blue Prism mosaic as well from the Prism when they used to make mosaic before mosaic. Many people don't realize that 2017 Prism was vastly different than what you have today in terms of pop counts and what was actually in the product. I actually really enjoy looking for those products because they're a lot lower pop count. Pretty soon they're going to have to start calling it the Tatum, Fox, Mitchell. That brought us Tatum, Fox, and Mitchell. Don't know what order. Depends which guy wins a championship first. Go De'Aaron. You can do it. But yeah, De'Aaron Fox on my list. We grew up in Milwaukee. We got Giannis on our list again. I think people are going to be down a little bit on Giannis because the Bucks coaching changer in the offseason. Don't know if that helps or hurts his card values, but he's still a very versatile player. He's still pretty young. Champion, multi-time MVP, multi-time Defensive Player of the Year. We are definitely still interested in getting more Giannis in our collection. Last year, we picked up a PSA 10 rookie of his that was affordable. It was about $300. I think it was a Hoops rookie, but, for a low entry point, we thought pretty good card to add to our collection. Knowing in 2013, I think the Popcons were even lower. So we'll be on the lookout for Giannis. Switching over to baseball. Now, obviously, Topps Chrome comes out at the National this year. I don't know what to expect for the silver packs. It sure would be awesome if the silver packs were like Topps Chrome. Last year, they were Bowman Chrome, and the pulling numbered hits was really easy out of them. I had 2 out of my 3 packs had numbered cards in them, so I think numbered cards were flying out of there like every other pack, pretty much, and low numbered stuff too. So look for Topps Chrome at the National. Hopefully the quality control is good. Look for some value on Series 1. Look for some value on Series 2. Look for some value on Update. Many people are down on like Spencer Torkelson, a little bit down on Bobby Witt, CJ Abrams. You get those guys for dirt cheap. You probably find their rookies in a dollar bin at this point for some of them. Maybe not Bobby, but you get the idea. Some of those will probably be in dollar bins. So if you can scrounge around for those, I might take a chance on, loading up on a bunch of them to then try to, flip those coming into the baseball season next year. But we'll have to see how that happens. The baseball season is so weird because take, for example, Jeremy Pena last year. Now, Jeremy Pena was a complete unknown going into the National last year, and even in Update, he really wasn't a known commodity. Now, he ended up winning World Series MVP. His rookie cards went nuts for a while, and then he scaled way back in terms of his popularity. But stuff can happen like that where a guy gets hot in at the absolute right time. So I'm going to be on the lookout for a lot of ungraded baseball and see what I can find. Step in the Box will be there. Strike will be there. Hopefully they don't get to all the good ones before I do. But yeah, that'll be something I'm after. I wouldn't mind loading up a little bit. I didn't open any Bowman. Remember I said on my channel early on in the Bowman release, I said, guys, I'm out. Now, I opened a Bowman Mega Box the other day when I was on vacation because it was the last box standing at a Target, so I figured why not. But I didn't really open any Bowman, so I don't have any. But if I can get singles at the right price, ungraded, and the centering's good. Now, I know grading is hard, quality control is hard on this, but I'm going to be on the lookout for some of that and see what I can do. But again, I have to really do some research to see which guys to prospect around other than the obvious ones. Because, I don't know baseball as well as I do basketball. Like De'Aaron Fox for me was like a guy that I was like so onto way earlier than everybody else last year. People were onto him when they thought he was going to get traded, and then it didn't happen. But I don't want to dwell on De'Aaron Fox. But getting back to what am I targeting? So in addition to the ungraded baseball, I don't think I'm interested in any ungraded basketball. Definitely not interested in any football. I would be interested in affordable sealed wax for the right products. I bet we see Update hobby boxes, the ones that were the Chrome version. I checked on Blowout Cards today. They're down to like $58. I bet there's a bevy of those that'll show up in the National. And if you wait it out and you're diligent about checking, I think you're going to pick those boxes up for like $40 or less. That's just my guess, because you're so close to that already, and they have to be sitting on a ton of it. And it had really bad quality, no doubt. But for the right price, you get one hit, and the hits had pretty good quality. I mean, I remember sending a bunch to grade, and I got a couple 10s, mostly 9s, but I got a couple 10s out of there that were pretty good. Jimenez auto, and I think a Julio base out of the Chrome product, got a 10 on each of those. So not too bad. For the right price, I will target that. For the right price, I would target 2022 Topps Chrome. I know they don't offer the redemption anymore for the Goldschmidt or Judge, but they still have Wander rookies in there. They still have Ohtani cards in there. For the right price on a light box or regular hobby or something like that of Topps Chrome from last year, it'd have to be really cheap. I mean, it'd have to be $80 per box, somewhere in that range. for me to be interested in it. But again, I'm going with a little bit more budget than I did last year. Last year I went with like $1,000 right on the head. This year I probably got more like $2,000 in my budget. I don't want to spend it all, but I got about $2,000 in my budget that I think I'm willing to spend at the National. And one thing I will say on sealed wax, if I get a good deal on it, or I can find a good deal on it at a lot of the distributors that will be there, like the Blowout Cards, Dave & Adams, Steel City, they don't have to offer a deal, but if they do, and it qualifies for like the silver pack redemptions for the Topps booth, by all means, buy as much as you can afford. The packs are usually worth it, even if you just want to flip the packs. I'll be honest, I saw a lot of people doing that last year, especially people that were dealers and breakers. You get a bunch of packs because you bought cases of this stuff, and you're selling those packs for like $60 a piece. Now, last year it had a Julio's rookie in it, so maybe that's what made it a little more enticing. But I gotta guess this year's gonna have, it might, I don't know if it will, but wouldn't it be cool if it had an Elly rookie with the National on it? Because these are short printed cards. Who knows when they print them? They could print them right up to the last minute, and they don't have to make a lot of them. Last year they snuck Julio, and it was the first Chrome version of a Julio rookie, I think, because of the debacle with Topps Chrome, and it hadn't even released yet. And they had him in the National in the Bowman Chrome card. So who's to say that Elly De La Cruz, or, you know, you're going to definitely see Corbin Carroll, Adley Rutschman, players like that, but who's to say Elly De La Cruz doesn't show up in the silver packs? Wouldn't that be something? People should make a separate video on that one. Speculate. Are you going to put Elly in the silver packs? Please, please, please do. Because we would all love to chase that. Imagine how valuable those would be. Chuckling about that. Can you imagine? Those things would be flying off the shelves if we saw Elly De La Cruz pulled out of those in rookie card logos. If it's a Topps Chrome or a Bowman Chrome, my gosh, that would be amazing. It probably won't happen, but it would be amazing. So lastly, what am I targeting at the National? What am I looking forward to at the National? We'll get to the what am I looking forward to at the National, but what am I targeting first? I think I window shopped a lot on vintage last year. I was targeting like a Yount rookie, a Molitor rookie, players I grew up watching that I idolized as a kid growing up in Milwaukee. But I think this year I'm willing to expand that to guys that are in like the 60s genre. I don't want to get too expensive here, but if I find like lower grades of like Willie Mays or Hank Aaron or Willie McCovey or, you know, guys like that, I would definitely take a chance on some of those cards just to have them in the collection for much, much later on. So I will be on the lookout for that. What am I looking forward to at the National? Well, I mentioned Step in the Box and Striker. We started a group chat, so we are definitely looking forward to hooking up at the National. I will go live both days if I can, if the Wi-Fi is good. I will try to make a couple videos. We're going to have some pretty fun contests, my wife and I, and even Step in the Box, Brett and I, as well as maybe Striker. You might see an eating challenge. We'll probably do a contest or two, like a video like spend $100 and pull the best card or something like that. But yeah, I'll try to be creative. Got to make that list for next Saturday and Sunday. And hopefully it is a very, very good time. I'm glad we're staying right next to the National, so we don't have to worry about driving there. We should be able to walk over. It's about 3/4 of a mile away. And let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What are you looking forward to if you're going to this year's National? What are you not looking forward to? What are you hoping for? Who are you looking to meet? And just let me know your overall thoughts. So thanks again for watching. Hope you guys enjoy this preview for ERB Sports' opinion on the National. And I hope to see you there. And if I don't, thank you again for watching. And I will see you in the next video.